Once in a peaceful village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived an old and wise man named Cedric. Everyone respected Cedric, for he had lived a long life full of adventures and valuable lessons. He often welcomed villagers to his cozy, wisdom-filled cottage, sharing stories and insights passed down over generations. One day, Cedric passed away peacefully in his sleep, leaving the villagers heartbroken. Among them was a young boy named Leo, who had been particularly fond of the old man. Throughout Leo's childhood, Cedric had been like a grandfather, always there to teach him and guide him. Upon Cedric's passing, there was an air of anticipation about what treasures he might have left behind for those he cared about. When Cedric's will was read, everyone was surprised to find that he left no tangible possessions to Leo, not even a single trinket. Instead, Cedric left him a simple note, which read, "To my dear Leo, I leave you the greatest gift of all." Disappointed and puzzled, Leo didn't understand what Cedric could have meant. He felt neglected and wandered aimlessly, clutching the note, trying to figure out what kind of gift it was. Days turned to weeks, and Leo remembered Cedric's affectionate words and tales. As he revisited the stories and pieced together the lessons the old man had instilled in him, a revelation struck him. The gift was wisdom, the ability to discern right from wrong, the power to think critically. Gradually, Leo began to see the world differently, making choices with a wisdom beyond his years. He realized that Cedric had indeed left him something invaluable, not wrapped in paper, but etched in his heart. The villagers noticed the change in Leo, who now carried himself with a calm, thoughtful demeanor. Leo understood that knowledge and wisdom were treasures that grew and multiplied through use and sharing, unlike coins and jewels that faded away. From then on, Leo dedicated himself to sharing the wisdom Cedric had imparted to him with everyone in the village. He honored Cedric's legacy by becoming a beacon of wisdom and knowledge, ensuring the old man's gift continued to touch the hearts of many generations to come. Thus, Leo learned, as Cedric had always taught, that the most treasured gifts we possess are often invisible to the eye, yet crucial for shaping our lives. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled amidst green fields and crystal-clear rivers, there was a traveling circus that arrived with much fanfare. The circus brought with it a huge elephant, which quickly became the main attraction. Every day, villagers and children gathered with wide-eyed wonder to watch the graceful giant perform its tricks. After the shows, a curious little boy named Ravi always lingered longer than the others. He noticed something odd. The mighty elephant was tethered to a small wooden peg with nothing but a flimsy rope. The elephant, being so powerful and massive, could have easily torn free, yet it stood next to the peg obediently. Ravi couldn't shake his curiosity. One afternoon, gathering all his courage, he approached the elephant's caretaker, an old, kind man with twinkling eyes and a fondness for children. "Excuse me, sir," Ravi said hesitantly. "Why doesn't the elephant break free from the rope? It looks so weak compared to him." The caretaker smiled knowingly, seeing an opportunity to teach the boy a valuable lesson. "Ah, my young friend," he replied, "when the elephant was a small calf, we used the same kind of rope to secure him. At that age, it was strong enough to hold him. He'd try, but he couldn't break free. Over time, he learned that the rope was unbreakable." The old man paused, letting the boy absorb his words. "Now," he continued, "even though he's grown massive and powerful, he still believes that the rope can hold him. It's the memory of that limitation that keeps him bound, not the rope itself. As Ravi walked back home, the caretaker's words echoed in his mind. What's stopping you, he thought, might not be real at all. He realized that beliefs from the past can hold one back, just as the rope did for the mighty elephant. Inspired and filled with newfound understanding, Ravi promised himself never to let imaginary ropes hold him back in life. From that day on, Ravi approached life's challenges with courage and determination, forever remembering the gentle giant who taught him the power of belief. And so, with brightness in his heart, he walked towards his dreams, eager to break the imaginary ropes in his life.
In a vibrant, bustling village surrounded by majestic hills, there lived a young boy named Leo. Leo was cheerful, kind-hearted, and had a knack for making friends wherever he went. He was always seen in the company of others, laughing, playing, and sharing stories. However, despite the throngs of friends surrounding him, Leo often wondered how many of them truly cared for him. One day, an elderly man who lived next door noticed Leo looking pensive and asked, "What's troubling you, young Leo?" "I have so many friends," Leo replied, "but I'm not sure how many of them are true friends." The elderly man chuckled softly and said, "Why don't you put them to a little test?" Curious, Leo listened as the man explained a simple plan. Leo would spread a rumor that he had lost all his money and see how his friends reacted. The next day, Leo began telling people that he had fallen on hard times and lost all his wealth. One by one, his so-called friends made excuses to avoid him. They stopped visiting, playing, and inviting